Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Rule the Waves as the United States Navy, episode number 41, and I have to admit, I have a small confession. I barely gave time for the last video to go up. Because of the editing, it got up a lot later than I expected, and basically it's already time for me to record the next episode, so we're going to end up building the Tortuga class, which is still not my favorite name for her, unless I can spontaneously come up with a better name. Let me think for a moment. I mean, the Revolution class is something that comes to mind right now. It's not a very strong choice. I'm just thinking out loud here. I'll give you, while we're meditating on the name, or at least I am, complement of 720. By the way, the Rule the Waves developer, Frederick, has already admitted that the crew numbers are a bit lower than they should be, which I think is, I believe a ship could have a couple thousand on it. If I'm not mistaken, I hope I'm not just pulling that out of my butt. Anyways, having 720 on a 52,000 ton ship is, I think, significantly off. So I want to build this immediately, but at the same time I also want to wait one more turn for the magical 6-inch guns, which are surely coming. Surely coming here. Can we change the priorities of individual ones? Let's go low and then high. Reset. Fire control is low now, that's probably okay. Okay, well, let's just leave it. I mean, okay, our forces are fighting valiantly in Trinidad. I'd prefer to take it than just have valiant fighting. We'll definitely accept this. An armored cruiser, and alright, Lexington's got a chance to sink her teeth into an armored cruiser, supposedly. There she is, perhaps. Perhaps. Unless we were lied to. Doubt we were. So, why are you not... Ah, there we go. I need to take you off AI control manually. And... I'm going to retreat this ship back to try to lure the armored cruiser into turning towards. Hopefully she does. We've already identified her as the Diadem class. 31 knots, so she will escape. I'm not at all threatened by her. 8 10-inch guns. She's perfectly... This is actually a really good heavy cruiser. This is like a legitimate heavy cruiser. Maybe the armor is a little bit low for heavy cruisers. I'm talking about like World War II class heavy cruisers. Let's pull the destroyers off as well. I don't think we need them. We're completely okay. 100% okay just to go mano a mano. So let's go ahead and show her mano a mano. Mano a mano, move away. Everyone get out of the Lexington's way. Good, the Diadem took the bait. It's actually headed directly north now. And the Lexington is building up her steam. What's her speed at now? 21, so she's taking her sweet time to get up to speed, but we're not too worried, even though this is not the... What's it called? I can't remember. I can never remember the... Oh, this is a U-70 class. Oh, okay, good. So we have the 2 forward guns. I was thinking that this was going to be a Lightning class, which actually might also have the 2 forward guns. Anyway, we're now in range. No, that's sight range. We were always in range. We're now in sight range, visual range. The Ebenezer Hoare can move and engage as well, but the Lexington is basically just going to beeline towards this ship. And we almost know for sure that her tactic will be to turn east when she finally does turn away. If she does finally turn away, this is a little confusing to me that she hasn't already. Okay, and I was wrong. We guessed. I thought it wasn't even really... It was a guess, but it was a really confident one that she would turn east, and she turns west. So we'll get all our ships to move on that way then. It's probably already too late for her. She suffered 4 or 5 hits. Call it 6, 7. Were all those 15-inch hits? No, obviously not, but she's probably already damaged enough to slow her down. Yeah, she's already lost one of her turrets, and this is exactly why it's never a good idea to build armored cruisers in the late game. Call them heavy cruisers. The heavy cruiser concept doesn't work. I think the reason why it doesn't work is because of order of battle. So I may be talking about this a little too much, beating a dead horse. I'm basically going blue in the face talking about how order of battle is very important, but I really hope I'm heard on this. I mean, I probably should reach out and post something on the Rule the Waves discussion forum, because that's a great group of people over there. Very kind. If you ever have questions, if you yourself are starting to learn this game, absolutely go over to the forums, introduce yourself, say, hi, I'm new to the game, and this is my question, or I don't even have a question, just want to say hi. It's a great group, great bunch over there. Okay, so now let's move on. I think we should just give up on trying to invade Southeast Asia. In fact, we're at 116-3 anyways, so it's okay. Let's go ahead and replace the Grand Rapids. But what I want to do with them, actually, let's first check to see what our tonnage situation is here. Yeah, we're barely over the limit, and I imagine that means we only have these 3 Grand Rapids. This would, be 18,600, and we need 16,000, so we're going to have to bring in some other ships, I guess from the west coast. In the meantime, we're going to need more than that, so we're actually going to have to draw somebody out from Southeast Asia, which is not too bad because we have the Invader classes there. And because that class is not really... Oh, wow. So the Cunninghams are actually obsolete right now. Okay. And you guys are back, so we can move you home. So we'll begin... I mean, actually, I guess there's just no time like the present to just start getting all of these in for a retrofit. I don't even think we want to do anything because... Yeah, I mean, we don't really have a choice. We're exactly at the weight limit. She is supposed to be a 32-knot ship. That's not right. It can't be right. Is that right? No wonder this is like what? I originally designed this to be 32 knots, and we got so lucky that she ended up being 3 knots over her design speed. Well, that's American... I mean, it almost seems like German construction at its finest. That's some really high-quality construction. Yeah, so, well... Okay, I don't care. We're not changing anything on the ship that it will endanger the 3 knots. And having local with 185 with 5-inch guns is pretty good. The only way I think we could even get better fire control is if we reduced the tubes by 1. And then we can get what? So we lose 2 torpedoes, which takes us down to 8, from 10 to 8. We still have a fair number. We can get improved director. We might even be able to... No, I don't want to redo the design so much. We have to actually redesign it within a narrow window, I think. Otherwise it counts as a new redesign and we might lose that speed. I'm really nervous about losing the speed. First of all, I'm not sure, and I'd love to be corrected on this. I'd love to know exactly. Is this fire control, does it impact the accuracy of your torpedo launching? Do they use the same fire control system? Well, how do they do the torpedo launching fire control? Because there must be some guidance. There's some kind of aiming instructions given to the torpedoes. Speed, the speed you're launching it at, angle. So I wonder if this impacts the torpedoes. And that would, because that would impact, I don't know. But she's such a good ship, and local has been okay. Also, we know that we can't go 5. We already have 5 centerline. We can't go 6 centerline without taking a penalty. God, this is really tough. The other thing we could do is if I do go improve director and take these down by 1, there has been definitely times when I've run out of torpedoes, right? So I kind of think we won't do this. I think the torpedoes is more important than the fire control. And the ships move around so much, it doesn't even seem like it matters. Okay, yeah, I convinced myself. We're just going to do a straight up refit. This would have been 3 at 207. Doing absolutely nothing is 3 at 45. So, I mean, the money is not an issue, but we'll save money in this way as well. So, unfortunately, we'll just keep the same fire control. And yes. Oh, before I forget, I have to make sure the Tortuga is using all or nothing armor. I remember at some point she wasn't. Are we also constructing Cunninghams? We are. They're actually all going to finish at the same time. Okay, well, these guys will just go right back in and get fixed up, so that's fine. Now, this Tortuga class that I was talking about, she is using slope deck, so let's do all or nothing. That is a huge weight savings. My God, what do you even do with that much weight savings? I'm sure a lot of people were probably going to mention this in the comments, so I'm glad that I noticed this myself, because I really would have hung myself. I really would have been upset if I hadn't caught that. Yeah, I mean, this is a huge difference. And I don't think it needs to go into the turrets or the deck. So really it goes to belt, it goes to ammo, it goes to secondary guns. We can easily get this up to, I mean, this is really impressive to have such a formidable broadside. Honestly, it could probably go into this. No. No chance in hell. We're going to need another 700 tons, not 300 tons, which is what we got, right? What was it? It was like 1,000? Yeah. We could go all the way to 24. I mean, we could just load this thing up just to the gills, armed in every corner of the ship with 6-inch guns, wherever it's not armed with 18-inch guns. I mean, why not, right? The alternative is we could actually lower the displacement, which I don't think... I'm stubborn. We got her this far. I don't want to do that. Can we get to 12? Because the other thing I'd like to do is, now that we're here, let's increase the ammo by 1. Yeah, I mean, this ship is starting to... It's even better. I really, really wish we had better quality 6-inch guns. My goodness, do I wish that. It's the only thing holding me back. I'm going to save her as she is now. Okay, we technically can lower the... In what world does this make sense? Dropping the displacement increases the available weight. Is this a continuing trend? No. Okay. Alright, well that's good to know. Sometimes there are little quirks in their algorithm. I'd rather it's more continuous, but you can kind of think of it this way, that maybe to get that extra tonnage, we actually have to increase the engine size. And just like because of some dynamics like that or something else. Yeah, so 51,800. She will not be the maxed out ship. And I'm fine with that. We need to leave a little bit of room for an advanced director, which should eventually come. So we'll do 11.5, 11.5, same as the belt. That's fine. We'll save her here. Am I crazy? We have advanced director. I am crazy. So good. That would have been a mistake, a huge mistake. We're gonna have to. That's right. We got advanced director. We have to do refits for everything now. Okay, so this is her final form. No, that's not true. She can eventually, hopefully, have better 6-inch guns. 12, man. Yeah, this is what she looks like. That's crazy. I want to see the turret arcs for the 6-inch guns, but I can't. I mean, 115, 18, this is just mind-boggling. We still could if we wanted to get torpedoes as well, but again, I think that the torpedoes are better spent. I mean, we could lower the conning tower, and how much... Is this enough? 118. So we can go down to 10.5 and get 2 torpedoes. But, you know, there was also a nice comment that getting hit there can cause extra flooding. I think we stick with this. I'm going to leave her as is. I don't know what the design will be eventually. Right now she's 180 million, so about the same price as before from what I remember. Maintenance cost doesn't seem to have gone up anymore, 788. Pretty expensive, but not that we're surprised by that. We were expecting that. Okay, that's right. British invasion of Trinidad, that's right. We conquered it, and then they were trying to fight to retake it. Ah! And by waiting that extra month, the Tortuga class, whatever her final name will be, has just gotten better. Fantastic. There's still 2 things we're missing. Quality 1 6-inch guns, quality 1 17-inch guns. Those 2 things I can die a happy man, or I can retire a happy admiral. Battlecruisers in here, enemy coastal raid. Just, I can't be bothered to wander around and try to find them. It just sounds horrible. It sounds horrible. Okay, so let's go ahead and get Southeast Asia people. Not the Farraguts, because they are short-range ships. Who the hell is in Southeast Asia? Just you guys? It's going to take a lot of those ships to get points, so let's instead do... It's kind of weird. I guess we have to send a single... Very weird. We'll send a single battleship over, Dreadnought. Okay, now all you guys can come home. West Coast. I'm doing this West Coast trip. Actually, I don't think it matters. I'm doing this so that they don't reappear on the East Coast, but it's going to take 2 turns for them to move to the West Coast, and it's going to take 2 turns for them to move back from the West Coast to Southeast Asia. It would have taken them 0 turns to immediately be pulled to the East Coast during their rebuild, and then they would have taken them 4 turns. So it's 2 in, 2 out, or just 4 out. It's the same thing, but we'll do the 2 in, 2 out. Now for Northeast Asia, it does make a difference. It's only 1 in 1 versus 3. So we can squeeze a turn benefit out of the northeastern Grand Rapids. Yeah, okay, let's end this turn and see what happens. No. Okay, and now we have to do this. Still not. Oh, these guys don't even need the quality 1 6-inch guns because they're using 8-inch guns. What do you know? Well, we just give them whatever they can. We probably still try to do this. Oh god, that's brutal. 140. I think it's worth it for director. How low do we have to go to get improved director? And for advanced, that is quite on the light side. I wonder if we could just get rid of our secondary guns. I think I'm going to do this. So now we can stick with 160. We can go to advanced director. We just lose 1 4-inch gun per side. I don't think that's that big of a deal. This thing is mostly about killing other cruisers, frankly. But even its 8-inch guns can get lucky and score hits on destroyers, so... I think this is what I want to do. And we could put director on those. Why not? So not allowed for ships smaller than CA. Got it. Okay, well, that's a really easy fix. Just take that back off. All the more reason to rely on our 8-inch guns, right? Okay, let's rebuild her just as this. She is, after all, more of an anti-cruiser, light cruiser. She's kind of like a hybrid light cruiser, armored cruiser. So, we'll keep her doing that role more or less. And we also have Cunningham's, which are now... Yeah, no, just rebuild. Don't do that again. Good. Hopefully they all come back still really fast. That's the hope. I think that was all finishing reconstruction. I didn't see... Okay, cruiser action. I'll accept it. Cruiser action. Again, I will accept it. Okay, I feel bad for whoever we're going to encounter here. Let's go a turn. Get the hell out of here, basically. What class are these? Are these still the Farragut? Benny. Ooh, the Bennies. So the gun class. Okay. Good to know. There we go. So supposedly this is a battle cruiser then. Oh, she hit. She landed. We're just going to sally forth and hope that we can take her. I think we'll be able to. We only have 13-inch guns on the Rainier class, that's right. So this is very ambitious. I still think we can do it. I'm still confident. Ah, what do you know? Wow. We will keep our light cruisers away. Let the battle cruisers engage this one. Start landing those hits hopefully soon. The good news is her... oh yeah, we already basically put her out of her misery. Just chasing this ship, hoping to get her. Get our destroyers to finish off this armored cruiser, and hopefully this ship listens. Good, we got her. Yep, there it is. Okay, that was nice. Nice little, fun little engagement. Again, never bring armored cruisers into the late game. It just doesn't ever seem like it works out well. We'll rebuild these. Okay, there we go. And we're okay on foreign tonnage, which is great. Okay, we have invaded Singapore. Pfft, crazy. Okay. The only thing I dislike a lot about this is the area where all my destroyers are. If we get a destroyer engagement, yeah, we're just going to have to run away and call it neutral. Just going to flee immediately. If we can, even. Run away immediately. Yep, just run away. We cannot even take on an AMC, so we're going to try to use this island for coverage. Good. She's fast. Oh my god, she's fast. Rifleman class. Well, it's 3 4-inch guns versus, what, 1 2-inch gun? She still easily defeats us. Let's hope that we can... Okay, the invader herself is out. Ah! What? Who launched it? No. We'll never know who it was. Launches torpedo at 9:33, which was 3 minutes ago. Could definitely be the Ericsson. Launches torpedo at 9. It was the Ericsson. Amazing. So quite a turn of events. You know the rifleman's gonna sink. Just gonna get the Ericsson out of here. So the Ericsson did it, and we win. Oh, well, blow me over. Oh man, that is. Well, I think you could fight that engagement 100 times, and if that happened even twice, I would be shocked. Having it happen once was shocking. So that feels good. We got away with that one for sure. We need to desperately get some other ships back out to Southeast Asia. I don't know. We're basically, we continue to sink all these British ships. I think I titled the end of the last episode, or the last episode, like Britannia's Fall or something like that. It's really how it feels to me. Large. Okay, this is good. No. Okay. We're just witnessing this very slow decline. Not even, well, it's not instant, right? But there's definitely a decline element here. Britain slowly losing all her colonies and all her ships being sunk. So these are the new Cunninghams or not? Actually, it'd be impossible for us to tell. Okay, so we'll just do the usual. I think this is a group of destroyers. We'll get the Chickamauga out there. But even our destroyers, the Cunninghams, are pretty decent at fighting other destroyers because 5-inch guns. And we will use them to chase them down, if nothing else. So we have the Dune, we have a Gala. Might as well take this seriously. 4 4-inch guns, 3 4-inch guns. Derwent is 3 4-inch guns as well. We're going to have to watch out for torpedoes, but I want to charge at them because I don't want them to get away. Okay, let's pull back with the destroyers a fair amount, so it's difficult for them to land hits. How are we doing? Still engaging. Got one. I think they're slowing down for her as well. I think we're just going to get them all with the Chickamauga. Okay. Yeah. These guys speeding up. There it is. Okay, good. Well, it was kind of an unfair fight, right? Don't bring... I hate it when I get stuck with only destroyers against a light cruiser. So that was frustrating for them, I'm sure. Well, not... The AI doesn't feel anything. They have no frustrations. But I sympathize. Yeah, I think we're going to have to go against the Germans for our last war. I mean, there's no territories left to take. Alright, you know what? We're going to build it. We're going to build it. Oh, yes! Okay, get these guys immediately just to go away. What is this mission? Sinking 2 ships, okay. You know what? Just go over here where you hopefully don't do any harm to yourselves. And I'm going to let... mission's going to be all about controlling the Enterprise. The Enterprise? The Enterprise. Enterprise, stardate, blah, 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 blah. We are at 50% fuel remaining. But we don't care because this has never influenced a battle in all my hours of being a captain. Although we spotted a massive convoy, we decided not to care, and It is the Enterprise by herself against a lot of ships, and the Enterprise herself is only a von Steuben. What am I doing? Where did they cut these ships from? And also, why didn't I pay attention to the battle screen? It's a freaking camera down? Oh my god, we're dead. Oh boy, this is not good. Oh god, this is not good at all. Von Steuben, no! Huh. Oh boy. Yeah, just go ahead and fire that. My god, that was extremely loud. We're gonna lose this one. This is the game's way of retiring our Enterprise. Enterprise, stardate 4-5, whatever. You have met a superior foe. My captain's complacency at scouting reports has doomed us. Meanwhile, the destroyers, who will never want to show their face in the United States again after this brazen act of cowardice. Certainly has taken a lot to put her down. So we want to sink 2 ships. You know, it doesn't matter. I was kind of joking there. Maybe we can still sink 2 ships, 2 merchant ships with our destroyers. I'll still troll about, see if we do get lucky. But there's no way we win this. Okay, nighttime, so we surely won't win. Well, might as well just go for broke anyway. Well, that was unfortunate. I didn't notice that they had snuck in a whole bunch of ships. Singapore will definitely be much more difficult to invade with the camera down there. And by the way, what the hell are their big ships doing there? For the love of God, like, what are they doing there? No, I do not want to remember this. Or, you know what? This is going into the newspaper as an accident with an exploded mine. It's certainly not going to help our chances at invasion. Okay, so note to self, just pay attention to those little 4 dreadnoughts. Like, what the hell? What is even at home? Why are they not blockaded? Yeah, I don't understand what the Germans are doing. Again, it's always been a good thing. They're basically giving us more time to invade more colonies. It would be nice to take one more in Southeast Asia. Not necessary. So anyways, let's just go ahead and buy the Tortuga class. Yeah, she has more weight remaining now. Well, you know what I'd like to do is get off of this weird... How much? At what cost? Oh, I will do it. I will do it. 110 still is a lot. Belt of 12. I'm sure that some people will be happy with that. Okay, good. I'm not particularly happy with the conning tower of 10.5, just because I don't like half inches. The deck, it's fine. Belt, it's probably okay, but okay, whatever. The conning tower, we ignore it anyway. Yeah, I still like this design though. Everything's okay. Save, overwrite. This is the only way we're going to get the 6-inch gun upgrade anyway. Only when we build this ship. So the Tortuga class may be the name of the class, but why don't I do this? Why don't I just call it the Tortuga class? We lack a good name, but There will be no Tortuga in the Tortuga class. It'll just be... That's not fun. Oh, that's right. I was thinking about naming this like the Franklin class or something like that. So let's go open her up. I know she was open there, but the guns don't activate. I mean, this gets dropped unless you do this. Okay, we have the Democracy class. That's pretty cool. Democracy class. I like that. We're just going to go with it, just on a whim. There was several in here, but this is the Democracy. She brings democracy. Okay, now, there will be the Rufus Dawes. Kind of more of a British version, but that's okay. 10 million for the first one, that's fine. Bologna. Henry Ford. Bunker Hill. We changed this to be from Franklin to the Benjamin Franklin. We'll build that one as well. The Maryland sneaks in. Do we already have a Maryland? Have we already lost a Maryland? Let me see first if we've lost one. No. We have lost very few ships. Do we have a Maryland already? Does not appear so. So the Maryland it is. Just in order here. We got what? 6 already? Okay. Negative 10 million. Jeez. Okay, so I won't name one the Democracy herself, because they had the ship. So we'll go with the next one is the Red Twilight. Very interesting name. We also have the Wisconsin class. I'm sure Historical Gamer will be happy to see that. And our budget's at negative 20. I'm going to stop there. We have Maine, Ohio. I mean, I can show you. Let's see if I can undo my deleting of it. But so this is it. This is the list. We made it so far. And I will delete those now from the list, but it's nice. We got quite a few of them in. So the Democracy class gets all these. Well, you know, Democracy won't be a ship herself. I'm sorry if the person... I think, in my opinion, it'd be better to have the Democracy name as your class than have a ship itself. It's weird, of course, not to have the name of the class as one of your ships, but we're trying to spread these around as much as possible. And we have a bunch of states left. Maine, Ohio, Oregon, Kentucky. Oh, 2 Maines. Duplicates. Okay, so that's good. And how are we doing on time in this episode? Well, 39 minutes. So we have laid her down. This is the Democracy class. She's going to bring democracy to all corners of the earth. Kind of like a freedom class. That's what I feel about that. Did we already have a freedom class at some point? I'm sure we had a freedom ship. But yeah, Democracy class. The Democracy class Dreadnought. And there she is. I'm glad. I didn't really want to build the Tortuga class. I mean, I've done that before, but it would make sense if we were playing as Spain, which might be the next nation we try out. Or maybe, for all we know, the next nation we try out will be in Rule the Waves 2. In which case, I might go back to the United States as like a nice, easy way of learning the game. Okay, we don't have enough tonnage on foreign stations. Why is that? Where's our vulnerability? Yeah. Having lost our Dreadnought, we actually don't have enough in Southeast Asia. Well, that's just not going to help with the invasion on it at all, I'll tell you that much. Let's move this to Southeast Asia. It's the best we have right now. And what we can really do is move, let's move the Lightnings over there. The Lightning is quite capable of holding her own against these bigger ships. So let's get her to go there. We have the Caribbean covered by the Mount Rainier. And also the Yosemites can like dual task between the East Coast. And they are going West Coast. Good, they're going the right way. That's good to see. This is going to leave the West Coast unguarded, but our Grand Rapids are all back. Okay, good. So we'll move all of these into Northeast Asia. And then actually 4 will stay there just as a precautionary measure, and we'll move the rest of these to Southeast Asia. There we go. Think that worked? It did. Good. Yes. Well, the fighting's not over in Singapore, and we commissioned some more submarines, which is nice. Ah! I missed what that last one was. Or wants more resources to prepare. That's a little shit. Yeah, I think we should just say this. I wish I'd seen... Can somebody go back and slow-mo that? What was that? Convoy defense in Puerto Rico. Absolutely accept. Okay. Coastal raid, large. What the hell? Accept because they're going to decline. Good. This is very weird. I wonder what that was. Is there another invasion going on or something? Or is it our forces, are they defeated? What does it say? Tell me. No. Click. Resisting. I don't know. Anyways, we're going to wrap this episode up here, though. So, the war continues. I don't know when. There's no... It should be over very soon, I imagine. It could happen at any moment now. I'm expecting the British to capitulate. But until then, we'll just keep fighting. And until the next episode, thanks for watching, and take care.